seconds here. And I think we're going live. So let me welcome everyone back to the first inning. And yeah, so we're back on the air. And yeah, man, please like, share, subscribe. It means a lot. And it helps with the algorithm, make us circulate. But this video, we're going to strictly talk about improving Yankee Stadium's fan experience. And how your life would be better by going to a game. Now, if this video is over and you so happen to watch this video, comment below, and the conversation does not stop just because the video is over. So comment below, and I'll get back to you, or one of us will get back to you, and we will comment, and they'll maybe bring it up in another show. But this is the first inning, and I got Roger, the big Yankee fan, with me, and say hello, Roger.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, the X-Bomber. Everything is going pretty good as we come into the holiday season.
Yeah, man. So still no word on the lockout, and now COVID is going rampant through New York City now, shutting down businesses and all kind of stuff. So we don't even know if we'll have a baseball season to begin with, lockout or COVID.
Right. At this point, I do have a little bit of an update on the lockout. It's about 3 minutes worth of reading here, and then we'll go into the stadium.
Well, try to sum it up as best as possible. Don't read the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, MLB is not even trying to end the lockout. Entering Thursday, the league and the union had not met since the CBA expired at 11:59 p.m. on December 1st. And if it's really a case of some 10 hours after Major League Baseball marked out its players, Commissioner Rob Manfred told reporters that a work stoppage is bad for business. But as of right now, Rob Manfred is not taking any phone calls, and nothing is going on as far as the lockout is concerned. And they are expecting to have a meeting this coming Thursday, but it's just going to be about some very mundane things. As a matter of fact, Dan Halem, and Bruce Meager, the chief negotiations for the players, are not even going to attend. So really, it does not look like anything's going to be happening for the lockout until really, until about mid-February. So I could really see them not doing anything, and this is very bad for baseball because, they're being left in the dust now. The NFL playoffs are beginning to start. A Formula One race car driver just got knighted by royalty over in Great Britain, and baseball has lost the headlines at this point in time. And if they do miss games, it's going to be very bad for the sport.
That's true, man. It surely will be, man. I don't know. I think they just don't care. Because, they don't try to get children into baseball. They don't lure kids into liking baseball. It's like baseball is going to the crapper.
Yeah, really what it is you have the owners who are pulling in billions of dollars in revenue, and I always side with labor. That's just kind of how I am. I side with labor over the capitalist class. And, without the players, no one is coming to a baseball stadium to see Hal Steinbrenner sit in his luxury box wearing a suit, Yeah. They're there to see the game, and they're there to see the players. Without the players, there is no baseball.
That's true, man.
So I always side with labor, and I realize, some of the issues are that, for one thing, the owners said that they will consider bonus money for young players, but guess this wonderful thing that they have put in, they will consider bonus money for younger players so they can make money in their more prime years, but they'll be taking it from their pensions.
Well, at least the Yankees. That's true. But we have breaking news from the Yankees. The Yankees have signed indoor in karate.
Oh, indoor in CRK.
Yeah, three-time Gold Glove winner, National League All-Star, and he's to a minor league contract with an invitation to minor league spring training.
Right,
so,
right. I did hear about that.
Yeah, they just signed him, and he's 31, and he owns a career 2290, and 8 big league seasons with the Diamondbacks, Braves, winning a Gold Glove in 3 consecutive seasons. Oh, not bad.
Right, we'll see how it goes. Well, he'll be invited to spring training, and we'll see how it goes. And the Yankees, I do believe, the lockout is taking place now. And as I did say to you quite a while ago, I did not think Hal Steinbrenner would do anything before the new CBA is negotiated. And that's just the way he works. He wants to know what the luxury tax is. And actually, Hal Steinbrenner was pushing the owners to lower the luxury tax threshold from $210 million down to $180 million. So that tells you a little bit about where Hal Steinbrenner's head is at.
Yeah, man. And the Yankees also signed 3 more players yesterday. 3 more players yesterday. Wilkerman Garcia, center fielder, Blake Perkins, and right-hander Vinny Natoli. Now Garcia is 23. He's a switch hitter who has spent his entire pro career in the Yankees organization, and he's a minor league seasons from 2015 to 2019. Let me see. Garcia has played 252 of his 348 professional games at shortstop, appearing at second base 58 games and third base 29 games. He spent all of his past season in the minor league injured list. So this kid is young, but he was injured. But maybe he might bounce back and take that job. The Yankees might take this kid right here.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting. And I do believe the Yankees will be, Buster Olney does believe they will be active after the lockout. And once again, though,
right now Perkins, he's 25. He previously played on the Nationals and the Royals minor league system. So, and he's another switch hitter that bats 232 with 28 home runs, 181 RBIs, and 105 stolen bases. So that's another one that's thing. And let me see, in 72 games at Double-A North Arkansas and Kansas City claims chain last year, Perkins hit 202, 319, and 332 with 7 home runs, 30 RBIs, and 9 steals. So I guess they got a fast kid there. They're gonna have to work on him a little bit. And then Natali, he's 31 years old, and he made his major league debut June 23rd with the Mariners. Tossing 1 inning and allowed 2 runs against the Rockies. So he's let me see, he in 41 innings at AAA, Natali posted a 5.05 ERA, but registered 51 strikeouts against 10 walks. Natali owns a career 12-17 record with a 4.61 ERA in 123 minor league games, 10 starts in the Mariners, Blue Jays, Diamondbacks, Twins, and Mariners organization from 2014 to 21. So, the Yankees, even though there's the lockout, the Yankees are still signing people.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess they'll all be invited. A lot of them will be invited to spring training, and we'll get to take a look at them. Let's hope we have a spring training, and we'll get to take a look at some of these prospects.
Yeah, I guess they're going for like people to produce.
Right.
Maybe and they could spend time on these guys, training the guys, and making them better. You know, have an investment in these guys. Let's see what happens.
Or they could also be applying. They may also apply them to different types of trades. You know, as prospects to trades for like a Matt Olson or something that they might do, a Ketel Marte or something like that. We'll see what they do.
And then in other news, the Guardians have a 20-year-old kid that died.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Guardians catching prospect Andres Melendez died suddenly on Thursday afternoon in Miami. The team announced he was 20 years old. No details were released on the cause of his death.
Wow. That's very sad. I'm very sorry to hear that. A young man in the prime of his life. Very, very sad to hear.
20 years old, man. So he probably, I don't know, man. He probably wasn't eating. You know, these guys don't eat correctly and all that, you know? And they probably had a malnutrition or something like that. And he passed away, man. Who knows?
Wow, very, very, very sorry, sad, and my condolences go to his family. I'm very sorry to hear about that.
You know, because I'm pretty sure these guys don't eat healthy because they can't afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
I make more money than these baseball players do. It's sad.
Thank you for sending me the text message about the Toros and Lycee playing last
that was
night.
live. That was live. Did you watch it live?
I turned it on YouTube, but it was not showing the game. It was in Spanish, and they just had like a scorecard type thing up.
Oh, then you had to check the other one then. I don't know what that one was about.
Right, but as far as improving the ballpark, how does this sound? Some stadiums and some teams do this already, but I think along the lines of how about having dollar hot dog night?
Yeah, I mean the Yankees already give away food when you buy a ticket. You know they have these deals where you buy this ticket and you get a free soda and meal out of it. But yeah, they should have things like that for fans to get to the stadium. You know,
right?
Even the merchandise in the team stores, sell it, have sales. You know, 30% off today or whatever, and people could go on the weekend and get it or whatever on the off season. They don't do nothing. The Mets do everything the Yankees don't.
Or how about have like a theme night? You know, like a dress up night or something where people can dress up like it's the 1980s. The girls can wear their hair big and wear shoulder pads. You know what I mean? And or they could have old time, like they already have Old Timers Day, but they could have old time baseball night where the fans can come dressed in old time clothing, and the Yankees could wear old fashioned uniforms.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm all in on that. But the Yankees will never do that, man. These guys suck, man. You know, and you know what I would like to see too, like when they have Old Timers Day, right? Make it where the people can get autographs from these old timers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like make it a real event. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't even see them. We can only see them play on the field. We can't meet them or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And what I hate about it is that the Yankee organization, they treat these people like they're gods or something, you know, and they're normal people like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And it's like their shit doesn't stink in so many words. You know what I'm saying? Then they all conceited and all this, and they don't want to sign you an autograph now. You understand what I mean? Because now, I'm a Hall of Famer, so you got to pay for me to sign your ball. That's how they act, man. You know? And they would never do that for free. You know? How about on Old Timers Day, people could pay an extra ticket, right? And you can get the autograph.
Right. And I mean, like the players from the 70s can do it. I can understand how somebody like, Whitey Ford, when he was 92 years old, couldn't be out in the sun for 2 hours doing that, you know, but players from the 70s like Greg Nettles or Chris Chambliss or that kind of thing. I guess Reggie's a Hall of Famer, so he would want to be paid.
Oh, forget about it. He's an a-hole, man. Reggie Jackson. He's an a-hole, man. He's an a-hole, man. I had to pay $130 to get his autograph in Cooperstown, and the guy is eating lunch while signing autographs. What an a-hole that guy is. Please.
He told me.
Yeah, he's a scumbag, man. I'm gonna say that in the air. He's a scumbag. You know what I mean? Yeah, Reggie Jackson. Forget him, man. He doesn't even. Whatever. Let's move on, man, because that guy sucks too, man. And I got more, and I can even go deeper on him too.
Right.
And I don't want to go there, but I should go there because Reggie Jackson never had a wife. How about that? Let's go there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And you know something too? And let's talk about Reggie Jackson real quick. You know when Reggie Jackson was gonna sign with the Yankees, George Steinbrenner put him in the Ritz Hotel down there, and Reggie Jackson had a lady friend with him, and you know he made a big stink because there was only one bed in the room, and he wanted his girlfriend to sleep in another bed, and he wanted to leave the hotel and all kind of crap, and they had to call George Steinbrenner to get him a bed in the room.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
so I think, you know, not for nothing, Reggie Jackson, he bats for the other team, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he's a little, hey, he's a gay. Yeah, let's put it out there, because I don't really give a crap about him anyway.
All right. But let's get back to this here. How about you have games on the field in between innings like they do in the minor leagues, you know, where they could have the kids run the bases,
yes,
or they could do different types of things like that, or you know,
win prizes like in the Cyclones and Somerset, you know,
right?
Win prizes and stuff like that. Or they need a mascot. The Yankees need a mascot.
Yeah,
you know, they need a mascot. They need some guy to be out there or if he's not gonna be a character, make it a human being then. A person, like the Cyclones had the king. You know, they had the king. You know, so it's like, but they're not gonna pay some idiot to do that. You know what I mean? They're not.
Well, if you recall, they did have in the late 70s going into the early 80s, they had like a creature type mascot named Dandy that had, you know, he was pinstriped, he had a big mustache, and he didn't go over too well. He was down in the lower part of the stadium for a while, and then they relegated him to the upper deck, and then he just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Bryson on the check-in, man.
Oh, hi, Bryson. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for saying Merry Christmas to me on Instagram, and I hope you and your family have a very wonderful holiday season.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. But they do. It's like when you go to a Yankee game, it's like you're watching a baseball game from Central Bookings.
I know you said that many times.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's cement all over the place. You feel like you're in the tombs, you know, or even better when you're walking in the I don't know what they call that, the concourse or whatever the hell they call that, where the food courts are, whatever. It feels like you're walking in a subway platform and you could get stabbed at any moment.
Oh, I don't really feel that there. I like Yankee Stadium. It's a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, it's nice, but they let it go down, man. They're all about the dollar, man. They don't care about the fans, man, because if they did, they will have these type of things. Now, in 2019, right? In 2019, they did do 3 things. Now, on Star Wars night, you could take a picture with Star Wars characters, right? They did that. They did bring the Game of Thrones chair to Yankee Stadium, and I sat on it. I got a picture with the Game of Thrones. And they had a Marvel, a Captain America thing going on, and you get to take a picture with Captain America.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And they also had CC Sabathia dressed up as a giant Yoda.
Right, and CC was dressed up as the giant Yoda. And let me mention that CC is the only Yankee that would ever do something like that.
Right.
No other Yankee did nothing like that, because one time I caught CC in the judges' chambers.
I know. That's a great vlog. That was from 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. I got to shake his hand and tell him what I told him. You know what I mean?
Right. You sat down and had a nice conversation with him.
You know, but the Yankees don't do none of that, man. None of that. They don't give nothing. The Yankees do not give nothing away for free. Nothing. They don't give anything for free. Everything they give away is sponsored by somebody. Like the free ticket on Ticket Appreciation, Fan Appreciation Day, when they give you the free ticket, that is sponsored by StubHub. Okay? When they give you that free mug or glass, whatever, sponsored by Budweiser. When they give you the camo hat, sponsored by Budweiser, sponsored by Hess gas station. It's always a sponsor, man. It's like, even the bobbleheads are sponsored by who? AT&T.
Exactly.
You see, they don't give nothing away for free. Nothing. When they give out the turkeys, they're going to say, but Brahma, they give out turkeys at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, but it's not by the Yankees. It's by Associated Supermarket using Yankee Stadium to give it out. Ain't the Yankees doing it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't the Yankees doing it. Yankees don't do nothing for nobody, man.
Oh boy, yeah.
You know, they don't do nothing for the like, really. Do they really care about the fans? You have to ask yourself, do they really care? I don't think so. They don't care. Because when you go to Citi Field, it's totally different, man. They got all kind of things for fans that you can take pictures and a photo booth, and they have a spinning thing that you can win prizes and all kind of stuff. You can take pictures with Mr. Matt over there. Then they have in the back a DJ party going on. Come on.
I have another idea. That would be pretty cool if they set up a few pitching areas with radar guns, and you could check your pitching speed.
Yeah, they need that. They need stuff like that. And the Yankees did have a concert series in 2018.
Right.
Where they had people play every Friday. Different musicians played every Friday. And that was pretty cool.
For that. Yeah, that was nice.
You know, but it's not really giving something to the fan. You know what I'm saying? You're just supplying entertainment. They were trying to divert you. Like, you come to Yankee Stadium, but we don't want you to watch the game. We want you to watch this other stuff and spend money over here. You know what I'm saying? They want to take you away from the game.
Right.
You know?
That's why they have the TV set up all around, because they also want to. Well, they have a very high level clientele too that they cater to. You know, like the Legend Suites. They're largely bought up by corporations, and the corporations just use them as a tax write-off, and then they give the tickets out to their employees, their business people, and that kind of thing. And that's what the Legends. That's a bad look for Yankee Stadium, the Legends area, which is always half empty.
You know what I think they should do with the tickets? You can buy your tickets at any time. Now, on game day, once the first inning has passed, right? And they didn't sell these extra amount of tickets that they have in the stadium, right? They should take those tickets and sell them 20%, 50% off.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
At the box office only. Where you go to the game and you want to get that discount, you gotta wait till after the first inning. Go to the box office. You can buy a half price ticket and go in and watch the rest of the game. How about that?
Yeah, but they might have to do it at a certain inning. Otherwise, they would just get like a later rising crowd. You follow what I mean? Like,
but that's the point. That's the point of it. That's the point of it. You get more people into the game. The point of it is you're getting people in the stadium and they're going to buy food, the buckets of chicken, and they're going to buy the beer and the soda. That's where you make your money at, and merchandise. The Yankee hat, the Yankee jersey. Forget about the game. The hell with the game. You want to get these people in the stadium to purchase these things. And they will purchase these things if you get them in for a cheap price.
Right.
You know, because eventually they're going to get hungry, you know, and they're going to buy something. They might not buy something today or tomorrow, but eventually you will get that dollar from them. You understand what I'm saying? So you're making more money than you would by letting these people in the stadium.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But will they do that? I don't know now, because if they're going to raise ticket prices because players want to make more money, how the hell are we going to get in the stadium now? That's my thing.
It's not that I've already got us set, so we're all set. It was expensive, but we're all set for the year. But what they want to do is the players want to make money more when they are younger. They don't want to have 6 years where they're under team control. They want to have like about 4 or 5 years where they're under team control, and they could make their money earlier, because what happens is by the time they're becoming free agents, they're already 30 or 31 years old, and owners are hesitant in most cases to give out larger contracts to players over 30.
Yeah, you see, a lot of the policies the Yankees do or whatever, they copy from Disney. I don't know if you noticed that. They copy everything from Disney. Whatever Disney is doing, they try to incorporate in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, Disney owns the Star Wars industry now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do. They own Star Wars. They own Star Wars. Yeah, that's Disney. You know?
Right.
And Disney started the how you say when the prices go up at a certain time, oh man, there's a word for that. It's totally slipped my head. But they do special pricing. What's that called?
Oh, they do the premier pricing. In other words, when it gets closer to game time, they will raise the prices, or depending on the opponent, they will raise the price.
Right.
They will have games.
Right. That's what Disney does. Disney, they have these premium prices where if you go on a very high traffic day where there's going to be a lot of people, the tickets are more expensive to go on that day. Whether is if you go on the off season when there's nobody going, the ticket is cheaper.
Right.
The Yankees do the same thing now. When they go play, when they play Boston, the tickets are 100% expensive. But when they play the Kansas City Royals, the tickets are 50% off. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's all capitalism. You know, that's supply and demand. They're a capitalist organization. They're in business to make money, and they use all these capitalist techniques.
And the Mets, they do the same thing as well. But the Mets, the Mets, their tickets is way more expensive than Yankee Stadium is.
Right.
Now to sit up in the upper deck in the tier reserve is $40.
I know. You got tickets to the Yankees and that.
$40. Yankee Stadium cheapest ticket can be $10, or the cheapest normally would be about $25.
Right.
with taxes and the whole 9 yards.
Figure out a way to get around Ticketmaster, though. They're just a middleman that you have to pay.
Well, either or, you're gonna pay that tax anyway. If you go to the box office, you're gonna pay that tax because even though you're getting the ticket from Yankee Stadium, it's still from Ticketmaster. You understand what I mean?
Right.
It's still from Ticketmaster, no matter what. It's still Ticketmaster. Even if you get it from the stadium, it's still Ticketmaster. So you're not getting it from Yankee Stadium, you're getting it from Ticketmaster, regardless.
I see, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're going to pay that tax on the ticket, regardless, because it's Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster got a monopoly on it, man.
Right. They're a middleman. They set up the infrastructure for the Yankees, and they're kind of like a middleman, just like it's kind of similar to private health insurance. You follow what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they're just like a rotation middleman that you have to pay off.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, if we gotta, why should we pay so much money for this ticket, and you're gonna pay some idiot to play on the Yankees, and he's gonna make $40 million a year to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then you're buying these expensive tickets to see what? To see what? You know, it's like I don't understand it, man. They're gonna lose so many fans.
Make as much money as they possibly can. The owners don't have to raise the ticket prices. They just don't want to cut into the profit.
Well, that's the thing, man. See, there should be rules with that too, because if they're gonna make a certain money, I think with this whole agreement, whatever a certain money is made, there should be percentages on the money made, right? They should break down the percentages on the money made. So let's say 10% goes to the players because you have to pay their salary or whatever the hell it is, right? Another percentage goes to taking care of the stadium.
Right.
You know, like lights, improvements, whatever have you. Every year, the stadium should have something new. Every stadium. They should have something new or something added to the stadium with this percentage of money. And then they have a percentage to pocket in their pocket. I don't have nothing wrong with them pocketing money. But
no.
at least distribute the money in a way where everything is maintained. The team is maintained, the stadium is maintained. Everything is maintained. That way you can keep the money in your pocket and nobody will feel bad about it.
Right.
But they're not doing that. They're not doing that.
There is a fair distribution.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there should be a rule on that. If we're going to make this much amount of money, a certain amount of money has to go to these places. You know?
Well, one of the sticking points in the CBA is they want a salary floor. You know, in other words, the teams that receive revenue sharing, they have to pay a certain amount in salary to the players. They have to have a salary floor. So a team like the Pittsburgh Pirates can't take the revenue sharing and put it into their pockets. They have to spend a certain amount on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There should be a certain percentage. Now, I'm not saying have a salary cap, you know, where they have to cap it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying where every team has a percentage to fix their stadium or improve it. Every team has a percentage for their salary, and every team has a percentage for their profits. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Now, if you want to spend more money on players, you have to take out of your profit money to spend more money on players. You can't touch the money of the stadium money. Can't touch that. They have to make a rule on that way. You can't touch that money. That way, the stadium pays for itself. You know what I mean? So that way, it runs itself. It'll live by itself with that money. Now, with the pocketing money, the profit, and the player money, they need to. You're able to play with those two. I think.
Yes,
If you want to spend more money, you gotta use more of your profit money to spend more money on the players. Now, if you don't want to spend money on the players, then that means you get more profit.
That's how the luxury tax threshold works. Because if they go above the luxury tax threshold, they get charged a tax. So that comes out of the owner's revenue. You know, that's why.
Yeah, but the thing is,
to go over the luxury tax threshold because he's going to have to pay a tax on it.
Yeah, but let me tell you the problem. Why the owners have a problem with the luxury tax line? Because what's happening right now is that the Yankees don't want to go over that because the whole point of the tax line is that it's like a welfare. Okay?
Right.
They pay that tax like a welfare, meaning the team that is doing very poorly in the major leagues, let's say, for instance, the Mets. I'm just saying the Mets, for example. They're the worst team in the league. They have no money, no fans are going to their stadium. That welfare money goes to the Mets to help that stadium stay on. That's the point of the luxury tax. That's why the luxury tax was invented, to keep teams afloat. Okay,
right.
So what's happening is, like the Pittsburgh Pirates, what they're doing is they're not spending no money. They're staying down in the ground, and they're taking the welfare money and pocketing the welfare money. You understand?
Right.
That's what's going on, and that's what the owners have the problem with. That's why the Yankees don't want to spend over the luxury tax, because they don't want that money going to the pockets of some idiot that's not going to spend it on the team. Right. That's why they're not going over the luxury tax. It's simple.
Exactly.
You know, and they've been saying that for years. So it's like they're going to have to fix that problem of that luxury tax.
Right.
You know, once they fix that problem, then the Yankees, I swear the Yankees will spend as much money as they want to spend. Because they know they're not getting the short end of the stick at the end of the day. Because if we're gonna put out a team that's crazy over the luxury tax to do nothing, what's the point of doing that then?
Exactly.
They rather do it with a team that has no money and under the luxury tax. That way, these guys don't pocket the money like the Oakland A's, Pittsburgh Pirates, the Seattle Mariners. Who else? Arizona Diamondbacks. Who else? There's a bunch of them that those teams suck, and they always will suck because they don't put no money into those teams. I mean, it's in the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the problem there. That luxury tax is the problem, and when they solve that, teams will spend more money. But I don't believe that a player should make $40 million in a year. That is stupid. That is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm against that. You know, you want to pay Matt Scherzer $46 million a year? You're an idiot. You know what I mean? Because he ain't gonna pitch like that. You know what I'm saying?
What you have to consider, what you have to consider is that if they're able to pay a player $40 million a year, imagine what the owner is raking in.
Yeah, exactly. But remember, Steve Cohen over there in the Mets, he's putting his own money into the team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's spending his own money to pay for this Mets team. You know, so I don't believe. Okay, I think a player should make $30 million maybe, or $28 million, stuff like that. But they don't deserve more than that, man, because they're not that great of a player to deserve more than that a year. I'm sorry.
I think what you're talking about is, you know, it is the case of, you know, what the market allows and how we value things. In other words, you have a firefighter or a police officer, you know, making $40,000 a year, and then we turn around and pay a baseball player $30 million a year. The priorities are a little mixed up.
Exactly. I mean, no, I mean, they deserve that big money. They deserve that. They worked their whole life for that. I'm not taking nothing away from them, but they don't deserve $40 million.
Right.
That's way too much, man. That's way too much for a guy that doesn't do nothing. So, and then again, okay, you want to pay these guys $40 million a year, but there has to be things in the contract where if you mess up, you don't get that money.
Right.
If you beat up your wife or whatever, contract's over. You get arrested, contract's over.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're going to make that money, then you have to be Disney, okay, and to make that money. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're not going to be making $40 million and then you're going to walk outside the street and think you're a rapper with the gold jewelry and all this. Come on, man. These people are nuts, man. You know, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve that much money. They don't deserve that much money. Not even the greatest player in Major League Baseball deserves that much money because they're not even going to play like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sad, man, but and then we get screwed. You know?
Right.
We get screwed. Now they want to raise the hot dog from $2 to $10 because they paying this idiot $40 million a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how it is.
That's the owner's choice. That is, I'm always, you know, I'm for labor. I'm for labor getting as best a deal as possible, and the capital class is who I'm always fighting against.
Yeah, well, guess what, man? And every other job gets screwed too. So it's time for them to get screwed too, just like everybody else in the world. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's just ridiculous already, man. They need to spend this money on the vicinity of the place, man. Make it look nice. Have people come to the thing. Make it fan friendly. I'd rather them do that than spend $40 million on a player.
Right.
You know? And then they say, oh, but if you don't spend the money, the Yankees will never win a World Series. Yeah, but guess what? If the people are at the game packed, imagine Yankee Stadium packed every day. You don't think that's going to give the team incentive to play better?
Exactly.
You know, that gives them motivation. They say, oh shit, we got all these guys watching us. Let's play like we here to play. And at least go down trying.
Right.
You know? It's a different it's like when Jeter and A-Rod and all these guys were playing, they were playing in front of packed stadiums.
Yeah, the 90s were a major time period. By the late 90s into the early 2000s, they were regularly drawing over 4 million people.
They had to be on their game. But you understand what I'm saying? They had to play extra. They have to have that extra chip on their shoulder when they played because of the stadium is sold out. You play differently. You play differently. When the stadium is empty, you don't even want to play.
Right?
Say what?
You always heard what Joe DiMaggio said. Joe DiMaggio said he played his hardest and ran his hardest for every single game because there could be a kid that has never seen him play before there at the game that day.
Yeah, it might be their first time seeing you play. You
right.
know? And they don't even take that into consideration. They don't care. Yeah, let me just hit it softly here. You know, and then that's it. A ground out. They don't, these guys, that's what I'm saying. These guys don't deserve that much money. They don't deserve that much money, man. In reality, they don't. I don't care how much baseball makes. They can make $30 million, $1 billion a year. It's still, they don't deserve that money, man, because they don't play that way. You know what I mean? They don't play that way. You know? But
all right. Well, there's a lot of issues in the CBA, and we'll see how it all works out.
You know, just how about this? Fire them all and just bring up the minor leagues. That's all. The whole system of the minor league. That's it. And start a whole new one. Whole new major league.
Exactly. I hear you.
You know, because yeah, man, these guys have, and it's always proven. It's always proven that the guy signs a $40 million contract and next year he does nothing. Always. Every player, every single one of them, they sign a $300 million contract. Albert Pujols, all kind of guys, and they do nothing after that. Nothing. So they don't do. Why pay them that money?
It seems that after they get paid, that their production goes down. It seems that way, anyway.
For a lot of players, there's no player that signed a big contract and did well. None at all. Not even one player. Not even one player, man. And if there is the one player, he's a Hall of Fame player. You understand what I mean? He's the Hall of Fame player. He's the Hall of Fame. They're rare. They're very rare now, man. They don't even go the distance like from the Orioles, Kyle Ripken. You ain't never gonna see a player play like that again. Never. Because they get a hangnail and they're out for 15 days.
Right.
So forget about it. Why pay this guy $40 million if he can't even stay in the game?
Right.
Mickey Mantle played with 2 torn ACLs. Only lost half a step. And he still played. Come on, man. These guys get an injury and that's it. They get surgery. They forget about it. It's the whole 9 yards.
Right.
Yeah. It's sad, man. They need to evaluate themselves, too. You know what I mean? Because these guys don't deserve that money. I understand that, but the owners don't deserve all that money too. You know, right. but guess what? Like I said, if there's a percentage for it, it's fair game.
I understand, yeah.
You know, because if I was rich and if I was a billionaire, I want to make some profit too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Let's see what happens, man. But Yankee Stadium, yeah, it needs work. It needs work. But anyway, let's end it here, man. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and we'll be back Tuesday for our final show of the year. It's gonna be a Christmas special on Tuesday. We'll talk about Christmas crap and stocking stuffers and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's what we'll do on Tuesday. It will be a Christmas special and a sayonara episode. So that's what we're gonna do.
We'll take a little winter break and be back in about a month or so.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe February or the ending of January we'll come back. Right. You know, around there. But yeah, we'll come back with some... Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man. So let me thank everybody for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you lasted this long, and if you have lasted this long, God bless you for listening. For seriously, God bless you for listening. And may your days be more brighter and more rich in health, just because you lasted this long. Thank you so much for watching.
Fired up today.
Yeah, man. Because the Yankees suck, man. Anyway. They suck on the team, the stadium, the whole 9 yards. That team needs help, man. Period. Anyway, so long, everybody, and see ya.